just about to get started. They're coming out here. Thank you, everybody.
Well, good morning. That got my attention. How about you? Well, good morning. I want to thank you for being here today. I'm very excited to announce the launch of the Catt Collegiate Challenge. It's a new statewide initiative designed to empower Iowa's college students to take an active role in our democracy. Historically, voters ages 18 to 24 have had some of the lowest voter turnout rates in elections. But as I travel across Iowa, I see something changing. I see young leaders who are passionate about civic engagement and eager to make their voices heard. When I met with Iowa's next generation, I emphasized with them that they are not just leaders of tomorrow, but they're leaders of today. They have the ability to shape the community that they live in and leave a mark on this nation. This challenge is about giving them the tools and opportunities to do just that. Many of you will be familiar with our Carrie Chapman Catt Award, which we launched in 2019. We launched that program with the hopes of fostering civic engagement among Iowans as early as possible. As soon as they become eligible voters, Iowa law allows 17-year-olds to register to vote and participate in primary elections if they'll be 18 by the time of the general election. The Carrie Chapman Catt Award provides Iowa students the opportunity to register to vote and to learn about Iowa's election process early. This is particularly important because research has consistently shown that young people who are taught how to register to vote and encouraged to register to vote at a young age are more likely to build lifelong habits of civic engagement and participation. The Catt Collegiate Challenge was created to build upon the success of our award-winning high school CAT program. We are thrilled to bring the same passion and spark seen in the high schools across our state to our colleges' campuses. Both of these programs honor Carrie Chapman Catt, an Iowa native and a national leader in the women's suffrage movement. Her legacy reminds us that every voice matters and every vote counts. Our new Catt Collegiate Challenge empowers my office to partner with colleges and universities across the state to host voter registration drives and campus engagement events. We're encouraging schools to collaborate with student groups, faculty, and administrators to make voter registration accessible and exciting. And to make it fun, we're introducing a little friendly competition. Schools that participate and register students will be recognized with a trophy and an award presentation at our annual Voter Engagement Summit hosted right here in Des Moines. The Voter Engagement Summit will be a free one-day conference for Iowa college students and faculty to come together, to collaborate, and to share best practices and lessons on voter registration drives and the importance of civic participation. We'll have a slate of panels featuring campus leaders, civic organizations, and elected officials. So mark your calendar for April 9th and 10th to attend this year's summit. And I'm proud to share that we have 10 Iowa colleges and universities that have already pledged to participate, including Coe College, Cornell College, Iowa State University, Kirkwood Community College, and the University of Northern Iowa, who have all made the drive to Des Moines to celebrate with us today. And we expect that number to grow. Today you'll hear from some of these institutions and from students themselves about why programs like these matter. To Iowa's college students, this is your moment. Your voice matters, your vote matters, and we're here to help you take the first step by registering to vote. Together we make sure that Iowa's future is shaped by engaged, informed citizens like you. I'd like to now introduce Allison Rank, the Director of the Center for Civic Education, to share more about the civic engagement initiatives at the University of Northern Iowa and their participation in the challenge. Allison.
Good morning. Since the 2018 election, UNI's nonpartisan Panthers Vote program has had tremendous success in engaging our students to vote. Our students have consistently had the highest voter turnout among the region's universities, with turnout rates in presidential and congressional elections well above national averages for peer institutions. The work we engage in to promote student voting benefits students' professional and civic development, enhances partnerships across campus and with the community, and ultimately benefits the civic life of all Iowans. Many of the activities within Panthers Vote are planned and carried out by students as part of service learning classes and internships. Building and implementing a campus-wide, nonpartisan campaign involves building partnerships with different offices across the university, setting goals, honing a communication strategy, and project management while working as members of a team, all skills in high demand in our workforce. It's no surprise then that students who have played leading roles with Panthers Vote have gone on to success since graduation. In addition to several still working their way through graduate programs and law schools, they include an attorney for the US Department of Labor, an advocate for victims of sexual assault, and a nonprofit development professional for a major faith-based charitable foundation in Iowa. Just as important, Panthers Vote gives all of our students the opportunity to practice some of the most important skills of citizenship. Practice is the way we build good civic habits. Once people vote for the first time, they're much more likely to become voters for life, and people who vote are more likely to be active in their community in a litany of ways. Panthers Vote's nonpartisan efforts allow us to help students break through partisan barriers and join together in a shared commitment to promoting civic virtues and practices vital to our constitutional republic. We're also focused on ensuring that students have opportunities to understand the voting process from the inside out in Iowa. Panthers Vote students are well trained to explain the voter registration process, the differences among voting by absentee ballot, early or in person on election day, and the steps needed to pursue each of those paths to casting a ballot. We also bring in the experts to educate our students on the broader elections administration process. Our elections work because of the hard work of the Secretary of State's office, as well as county auditors across the state. And so for the last 3 election cycles, we've actually hosted county auditors from both parties to visit our campus and explain to students and community members the specific steps that are taken by Iowa's dedicated election officials to ensure the security of our elections. Of course, as James Madison observed, the endurance of the American Republic depends not only on our institutional design, but on the ongoing formation of citizens capable of exercising judgment, responsibility, and regard for the common good. This season, I'm incredibly excited about the ability to complement Panthers Vote's focus on the institutional component of election participation, with programming from the Center for Civic Education focused on UNI's broader civic culture, the norms, values, narratives, habits, and rituals that shape how communities live together and govern themselves. This fall provides an opportunity for all community members, and particularly our students, to think about their role in shaping our culture around elections. When the center was created, it was explicitly charged with enhancing UNI's civic engagement activities through a wide range of programs and events that expose students and members of the public to divergent viewpoints on topics of interest and give them opportunities to engage in meaningful dialogue with one another. It is difficult to impossible to predict what issues are going to capture the attention of the electorate this fall, but we are dedicated to creating programs that respond to whatever those relevant issues and events are. Moreover, any traditional panel event that highlights a multitude of perspectives on a given issue will be accompanied with programming encouraging our students to directly engage in conversation with one another. Through emphasizing the skills of sharing one's perspective, hearing the perspectives of others, and asking and answering questions in order to strengthen understanding, we can create a civic culture at UNI characterized by courage and intellectual humility. A civic culture where members of our community hold the courage of their convictions, as well as the willingness to rigorously assess their own positions in light of new information. And we're looking forward to doing this work as active members of the Catt Collegiate Challenge.
Thank you. We're honored to also have a student from Iowa State University joining us today. I'd like to invite Quinn Margaret to join the podium for a few words.
Good morning. It's a pleasure to be here. My name is Quinn Margret. I'm currently a senior at Iowa State University studying business economics and political science. And over my years at Iowa State, I've had the privilege of serving in quite a number of roles that have related directly to civic engagement here in Iowa, including 2 terms as student body vice president and multiple elections served as a poll worker. I've been very graciously invited here today by the Secretary of State to share my firsthand perspective on what to me is a vital and growing importance of redoubling our commitment to civic engagement among our student population. As student body vice president, it was my job to truly understand and listen to the needs of our students. During my tenure, I spoke personally with thousands of students who were fired up and eager to act on a range of issues, on rent, on tuition, on the rising cost of groceries. Yet many of these students who so clearly cared about local and state issues had never actually voted in a local or state election. The first time I served as a poll worker, I saw this disconnect firsthand. A disheartening number of students came to our on-campus polling location, unsure of where to go, what documentation they needed, and especially for students coming from out of state, even whether they were eligible at all to vote here in the state of Iowa. For many students entering a new stage of life, often in a new and unfamiliar place, figuring out exactly where, when, and how to vote was not top of mind. We know that interest alone does not guarantee participation. Even though young people are uniquely invested in the challenges and opportunities alike facing our state, in 2024, turnout among voters under the age of 35 lacked 15 to 20 points behind voter turnout of those in older generations. When young people disengage and choose to stay home, the consequences extend far beyond any one election. We risk creating a generation that feels disconnected from the institutions that are meant to represent and serve them. Especially for students, access, encouragement, and nonpartisan civic education matters. Iowa State, through our Carrie Chapman Catt Center for Women in Politics, is leading the charge. From hosting lectures which bring representatives of all political persuasions to campus, to providing access to easy-to-use nonpartisan voter resources, to issuing numerous scholarships which incentivize deeper civic participation, the Catt Center is a shining example of what we can be doing at our region institutions to help close this critical gap. Our institution should be doing more than preparing students for jobs. We should be preparing our students for a lifetime of informed and active citizenship. But we know there is so much more that can be done. Iowa has long taken pride in our culture of civic participation. It's part of our identity, and that tradition places a responsibility on us to ensure that the next generation of students is equally informed and involved. Students care deeply about their communities and futures. When we remove barriers and provide easy to access, easy to understand resources about voting, we know that heightened student participation is never far behind. That's why I'm so proud to participate in today's launch of the Catt Collegiate Challenge. As you've heard today, this new program further encourages campuses to host voter registration drives, promote nonpartisan civic education, and foster cultures of civic engagement. Having worked elections myself, registered students to vote, and witnessed firsthand the unique barriers to civic participation that students face here in Iowa, I will always stand behind any efforts to provide students with the resources they need to translate passion into participation. And I can't think of a more fitting namesake upon which to base such a program. Thank you.
I want to thank you again for participating, all the participating schools. I want to thank Allison, and I want to thank Quinn for sharing some remarks. Also in attendance today to help celebrate this launch for this new program are Iowa State University's Karen Kudrowski, Director of the Catt Center, Co-Director of the Cyclone Civics, University of Northern Iowa's Justin Holmes, the Associate Professor of Political Science, co-collegists, Barb Tupper, Associate Vice President of Advancement, Joe Damaris, Director of C3 Creative Careers, working with co-college, and we have Kirkwood Community College, Finn Colsman, Associate Professor of Sociology, and from Cornell we have Megan Goldberg, Political Professor, and Grinnell College's Marina Hernandez, Chief of Staff, and from Grandview we have student Connie Walcher, and we also have Heidi Priest, who's an Associate Dean. We also have other schools who have pledged to participate thus far, including Grandview, as was mentioned, Loras, Luther, Northeast Iowa Community College, and the University of Dubuque as well, and more to follow as we're out working with the other schools to get them the information to be successful. We're only getting started, and we're looking forward to adding the rest of Iowa's impressive colleges and universities to the list in the coming months. My office has also announced an additional voter registration drive initiative. In December, we announced it to recognize America's 250th anniversary. This initiative we launched, so over the next year, our goal is to host 250 voter registration drives across all of Iowa's 99 counties in partnership with schools, businesses, nonprofits, and local elected leaders. Ready, Set, Vote 250 is a nonpartisan initiative that celebrates 250 years of democracy by empowering Iowans to engage in the democratic process and register to vote. With Vote 250, we're commemorating Iowa's rich past. We're honoring the leaders who shaped our nation and set us on a bold path of upholding the values of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And we're honoring our history, and we're making history. Voter drives held at campuses as part of the Catt Collegiate Challenge will also count as a Vote 250 drive and help us to reach our goal of registering every eligible Iowan. I want to thank you for joining us today. Many of the schools are here and available too. We'll be now available to answer a few questions if you'd like, and look forward to giving you more updates as we go forward, adding more schools and seeing the students get registered and be active in the upcoming elections. So any questions? It's Monday, I know. I was teasing the schools earlier. I asked to make sure they brought their homework in today. Well, thank you for joining us again today. And if you have any other additional questions, you can follow up with our communications office. We'll be happy to get you that. I know we're putting a more formal press statement out with quotes and background information for the schools that are participating as well. And again, if you have some time on your hands, visit some of these great institutions and see firsthand the kind of programs they're doing there. You can be very proud to be a part of Iowa. So thank you again for joining us today. All right.
Are we doing those certificates as well? If the
What?
press wants to, if we will with that as well, but.
Okay, you gonna do that right now?
And then I can hand it to you.
How do you want to do it?
Yeah.
Why don't we-